This is where they showed a portion of Renee's up-close chat with the Death Riders, and Moxley explaining, when asked about the championship being hidden, he explains what a championship is. It's not a petting zoo. You don't need to see it. You don't need to pose with it. Being a champion, it's in your heart. It's forged in the white-hot fires of combat, and he wants to build 1,000 John Moxleys. What I had seen of this, I saw a bit of a clip of it online, was, John Moxley stating the fact that he wants to, this isn't a party anymore. It's time for people to get serious, and I am going to instill that in all of these people and thus build 1,000 John Moxleys, people that have my mindset when it comes to professional wrestling. And
by putting them through what I went through and worse. So cheating is his way of trying to challenge these guys to overcome.
I don't find myself rooting against this guy. He seems to have like a pretty rigid. He's a drill sergeant, but one that I think you can respect the work ethic.
Right. But do you agree with his methods? Of like coming out and interfering, getting Yuta and cheating and all this stuff.
To me, that's more of an indictment on this company that is allowing him to run roughshod on this. Your referees look like fools. They don't catch this guy. He outsmarts the baby faces. What's not to enjoy about this guy? I mean, he's smarter than all these baby faces. He's the champion. He's got this, none of his mission statement to me, I don't feel like, oh no, AEW is under threat from this guy.
Okay. So I feel like people would disagree and at least say that they're under threat because they're just not interested in this storyline, not interested in this character. So maybe that's more so the threat than, him.
That's not the story, people. Though. That's people's interpretation of a storyline that is not connecting.
Yeah, I just think like in modern storytelling, you need your villains to have believable motivations and even relatable motivations. Like Thanos, to many people, has relatable motivation. Magneto has relatable motivation. You just disagree with their methods. It's not a bad thing that you relate to what Moxley is trying to do to AEW, but you should, I guess, if you're rooting for the babyfaces, disagree with the way he's going about it. I continue to like these sort of Moxley promos whenever he's talking about the reasons why the Death Riders are doing what they're doing. And again, I thought in this little promo snippet that they cut out of the interview, to me, gave me at least some indication of why he's doing what he's doing, which I think has been sorely lacking, even from his own promos in recent weeks. What is still lacking, though, after months and months of this, is proper response from the babyface side of things. I thought this, Cassidy, you didn't even really have that. I don't even know if you really had it through Paige, certainly not through Jay White. I thought Copeland would be that guy to at least challenge philosophically the reasons why. Maybe maybe he'll agree that this roster needs shaking up, but this is not the way to go about it. I haven't heard that promo from him yet. So to me, to prevent this from feeling like a full feud, I still need that from the babyface side. The two Death Riders matches were my main issue. They had to do House of Torture shenanigans to beat Jeff Jarrett, and I wasn't feeling the White Yuta match. I'm hoping the match with FTR is a lot better, but again, it's really hurting things. It feels like the Alliance angle in 2001 where people were just waiting for it to finally end. Yeah, I mean, it is unanimous, I feel at this point, that people are they need to retool this Death Riders thing or just get rid of it altogether. And we have to wait until this Cope match. Is Cope going to be the one to actually end it? Something tells me that they might have longer.
I don't think plans. It should be he would not be my choice to be ending this and winning this championship.
But that means we have to bear with this beyond Revolution.
Well, I think that's I don't think they're cutting this short. Whatever they have locked in, I think it's long term, and I do not see them sticking a fork in this one come March. I just don't see that one happening at all.
Can they do this without the cheating? Is that seems to be at least one of the main points of criticism.
The heat needs to be that number one. I think it's the audience needs to be behind these baby faces in such a way that this is this pending threat that this company is at risk if they secure this power. And I don't feel any of that exists. And if anything, the more Jon Moxley talks, the more I feel he is like in sync with a lot of the criticisms people have, that they are much more in line with that type of thing. I don't think they come across as these awful threats that, like, if the heat is we have shitty finishes to our wrestling matches, I don't think that's quite the angle, the intent of the angle of what we're trying to. And we're cheering to have a better product because this group is dragging down the quality of the show. That's not really the story, and it's the one that I think people are just crafting now. The thing is, I think you do have those baby faces now in Omega, in Ospreay, and I would argue Hangman Page is as intriguing of a character as anyone on this show. And I would certainly want to get him into something really of significance, because I think this guy is as consistent as it comes with whatever stories he has put in. This guy never has this match that didn't hit, or this pay-per-view that was a swing and a miss. Like, he's as consistent as it comes. And I think that his character is one that the audience is very, very much behind.
So he's going to be paired with MJF, clearly, like for the immediate future, and something with Swerve too. So does that indicate that whether or not he will be a part of this Death Riders thing, or if he's going to be on his own island?
Well, I think they will eventually get to some of these, but it feels like that is months down the road.
Yeah.
If you like this video, consider joining our Patreon, the Post Wrestling Cafe. Multiple bonus podcasts every week, ad-free shows, and access to our full archive. Otherwise, a like and subscribe is much appreciated. Thank you for watching.